As you may know, on February 12, 2020, EA has now given Criterion Games the right to make Need for Speed games again, which now makes Ghost Games called EA Gothenburg, and it will turn into an engineering hub studio. And ever since Ghost Games has arrived to the scene with Rivals in 2013, it's just been a love and hate relationship to the studio. We all have liked and disliked the things that Ghost has done to the franchise, from their beginning with Rivals up until recently with Heat. And with that, I and others can say thank you, Ghost. Thank you for the games that y'all have given us, and also listening to the feedback and criticism we had given now game after game just to lead to this point with Need for Speed Heat. Rivals, 2015, Payback, and Heat may not have been perfect to literally everyone, but we surely appreciate that they even exist, especially 2015 and Heat. And with all that being said, Criterion, don't make another Burnout Fairhaven lookalike with the Need for Speed name again. For old timers, you know what's going on. For newcomers, this is just an everything wrong with serious parody from Cinema Sins. The things that I'm gonna say are not to be taken seriously. They're all just for jokes and satire and fun and entertainment. I have nothing against the creator, developer, or publisher of the game being talked about. So, without further ado, I hope you enjoy the video and have a nice day or evening.
5-star ride, mate. See ya.
Hang on. Who did you ask for a ride, or what riding service did you use, Mac? Because I want to know what service allows a two-door, especially a GNX from the 80s, to be used for service.
Focus, Mac. Gotta get through this. Find your smile.
Is finding a job too difficult because of your record, or you just prefer doing side hustles for bank? Because it seems like you don't want to do this.
Hey! Hush, puppy. Big fan of your channel.
It's #Tiger.
Yeah.
Tiger selfie.
No,
Here we go.
No, mate.
Roar!
Selfie.
Come on, big roar. Roar!
Raw.
Epic.
There you have it.
Go again, but like really go hard.
Look, I don't wanna...
Customer's always right.
Don't bring that quote in this situation. You're not gonna handle the G-forces.
Great job on the setup, by the way. Lighting up those tires is a piece of cake.
Setup?
Let me guess. This car was already set up for drifting when you bought it.
You can't really blame him if every car is already set up to a specific type in every dealership across the valley.
Where'd you learn to drive like that anyway?
London. I ran with a crew from Hackney that boosted cars when I was young and stupid. I learned to drift corners for speed and got damn good at it.
That's straight up OG, fam.
Please don't say that.
Let him be, Mac. He's either a millennial or a zoomer.
Any advanced drifting tips for the Tiger Cubs listening? Do you have, like, a drift button or something?
Yep, that's it. Just press the
Break to drift button, created by Criterion Games circa November 2010, then reintroduced 2 years later in that most wanted game we don't talk about, and since then, it has been the only way to make a turn.
There, real music. This might get a little intense, Tiger. You better not get sick.
Are you kidding? I play lots of racing games.
That are arcade, not sim.
Tyler, is that you, bro?
Hey, Mac, it's been a while.
It's been a rough 6 months without the old crew.
You're telling me. Mac, I have a job in mind.
You off the leash? You know I'm always down.
Just like that. You're bored, aren't you?
So bored, mate. Is Jess on it too?
I'm working on it.
Hey, Mac. Did you get a shot of me puking?
1, he's on the phone. 2, neither Mac or you grabbed the camera from the car, or your phone, if you were recording from there, or live streaming from there. 3, I understand that you want to record your reaction, but doesn't your version of YouTube or Twitch or whatever website consist of certain guidelines that you have to follow, or you can get away with them easily, like certain YouTubers? And Twitch streamers as well.
Damn it, Mac! I have enough trouble keeping these kids off the airfield as it is. Don't encourage them.
I gotta do this, Raph. I'm sorry.
You're not goddamn sorry.
Hey, yo, listen, Raph. We're not encouraging nobody to go through the airfield if the game just tells us to go through the airfield. Sure, around the airfield would have been a better approach, but hey, that's just how the layout is.
Hey, I recognize you. You're with Crazy Rad's crew.
The only crazy thing about him is what he can do with an engine.
Did he feed you that line?
I guess so, because speed cards is the answer for everything, Mac.
What's a Brit like you doing in America anyway?
I like the weather. Come on. This is the birthplace of desert racing and the trophy truck.
And escape his criminal past.
Cracked your files. Didn't find any dirt beside a sealed juvie record and a short stint in jail. I'm clearing your access to Shiplock.
You hacked my files?
Had to make sure you're not an agent provocateur.
Mate, you really need to chill.
Look, it may sound creepy, but he just had to make sure that there wasn't anything that we were supposed to know about your criminal past.
Hey, those files. Do they include my browser history?
Incognito mode exists for a reason, Mac.
Welcome to Operation Golden Apple, soldier. Today we'll be dealing a major blow to the house. The house is setting up new surveillance equipment around the city. Your mission? Destroy it before it comes online. This will require speed and extreme precision.
Hang on. You want me to drift and smash stuff? That's your assignment?
Well, you don't have to hit every single object. All you have to do is just get the minimum points scored of this drift mission, and that's it. We're not doing gymkhana stuff.
Alright, Mac. Think. What would Jess do? She'd smash cops and stay cool until she figures out her exit strategy. Well, that's a plan.
Not really on how this is laid out. Because I would say use pursuit tech and pursuit breakers, but one, that's completely banned by the community, in which the police still use it with kill switches, and two, I don't know what's Ghost's budget to not put major destructible objects with the Frostbite engine. Or at least what are the capabilities of another game that isn't Battlefield. Also, there isn't much to an exit strategy if we're just going through checkpoints just to pull away from the feds and not go in any direction that we want.
We exist in curves and motion. We skirt the knife's edge between life and death, traction and freefall. I'm Aki Kimura, the Drift King.
And I'm the only one with a voice that doesn't come from announcers and a former Japanese-American king whose last name isn't involved with the wheel company.
Show me your art, McAllister.
You can call me Vincent Van Gogh.
Mac Drifson fits you better. No? Come on, it suits him.
You're good.
Yeah, good enough to beat the king.
Nobody beats the king.
What about that guy? Ryan, I think.
That was years ago. Nobody's done it since.
And no one has forgotten.
Back here.
You bastard. You are racking up the hits.
Hush, puppy.
It's #Tiger. How did you beat my subscriber count?
I did?
I'll trade night and day, Mac. And one day, I'll take you down.
Alright, first of all, you're now considered irrelevant to the new DK, Mac Drifson. Second of all, does Mac even have a channel? I mean, that could explain why you and him got in contact in the first place in the prologue, but I never really seen his channel. Hell, I don't see any cameras that he carries around with to record all the drifts that he has done somehow and upload them. Third of all, mentioning the fact that you're going to train day and night to become better than Mac does not mean it will happen, because we don't hear future references from you in both the main storyline and Speedcross.
When are you gonna stop calling me showman? I'm creaming you guys out here.
Mac, I totally understand what you said there, but I honestly don't know how should I take that creaming you guys out here line to a group of women.
You're missing the point, darling. We could race anywhere. Why the hell do you think we're out here?
I don't know, maybe because you're an off-road league that likes to make us suffer with this game's off-road physics.
First race with those house puppets. How's it going, Mac?
Weird, Ty. First impression of Holtzman? Not an asshole.
Listen, he may be nice to you right now, but eventually he'll turn to an asshole and turn you into the feds. Because he knows who you are and he knows what crew are you running for. Therefore, he's just playing along.
What?
Whoa. Hey. This ain't Holtzman.
Who are you?
Just someone from the crew. Look, we're not your biggest fans. But what Holtzman's doing with the house, it's
just doesn't sit right.
What's up?
I got some info for you. Sign a goodwill. Holtzman's hanging around the city storm drains working on a new course there. You want to challenge him? Head there.
Hey, thanks. You didn't have to do that.
Don't mention it. Like, seriously, don't mention it to anyone.
Bro, not even me, Willzyyy, and 6ix9ine know your real identity, so you're safe. Well, from 6ix9ine at least. But Mac is still going to say about the whole crew's not up with Holtzman's decisions. I've never mentioned this until now, but don't you ever just think in your head of what Holtzman looks like based on his voice? Well, if you guess that he's African American and he looks like Mac in terms of resemblance of looks, then you are correct, said probably no one ever. And I have nothing against it, it's just, it doesn't match. Alright, let's keep it real here with Speedcross. In terms of an idea as a DLC or concept, not bad, really, it's a good one. The way that it was executed should have been more, honestly. First off, the car list. It's a small list and I don't even know why Ghost and EA didn't add the rest of the off-road and drift vehicles if they fit perfectly here. Missed opportunity in the Speedcross story to not bring back characters like Easy, Raj, and Kenji to voice or say something to Mac instead of just being in the leaderboard. You know, having their names along with a few other characters you might recognize from previous games and just worrying about Barry. I'm just saying that at least this DLC alone would have been a whole lot better than the entire game's story than worrying about a Barracuda, no Plymouth, about taking Mac out of the competition because he doesn't want to lose his status quo of being #1 in Speedcross and ruining his reputation and his ego taking over him, something like that. Instead of just doing a drift trial lap circuit, it would have been better if we did a time limit drift competition between Mac and whoever he faces against in the leaderboard or in the bracket just to see who can face against Barry in the finals. You know, like for example, Mac versus Kenji. Whoever scores the most points gets to advance to the next round. And it keeps going up until there's somebody that will face against Jason. Another thing that would have been better, even though it would have been too ambitious anyway, to create a creator mode and create your own Speedcross tracks and create whatever type of track you wanted to do. Kind of like what we're doing in GTA, but again, too ambitious. But it would have worked if we have so many bank turns, ramps, and barriers and whatnot with Speedcross. Yeah, that's all I gotta say for Speedcross. Just enjoy this 5-second meme. Before that, I'll rate this not so Gymkhana out of Ken Block.